This is Sam Bankman-Fried. People call him SBF. He's the founder of FTX. He also controlled a crypto hedge fund called Alameda Research, but that's all gone now. He wants you to think he's this sweet guy. He even brought in a famous YouTuber who called him the most generous man in the world. Yep, that happened. Truth is, Sam Bankman-Fried is a liar and a crook. His personal crypto, FTX token, was basically a Ponzi scheme hidden below layers of Moonbro jargon. He even went on Bloomberg's podcast and bragged about it. Yep, that happened. He used his Ponzi token as collateral to borrow billions of real dollars that he couldn't pay back. He then used those real dollars to build an empire out of dying companies like Voyager and BlockFi. This led Jim Cramer to call him the new JP Morgan. That's weird. It's not like Jim Cramer to promote a billionaire con artist. SBF sold people cryptos like Bitcoin, or so they thought. What they really bought from SBF was an IOU. But as long as everyone didn't cash in their IOU at the same time, the scheme worked. Until it didn't. This other a-hole who hates SBF came along and engineered a bank run with some passive-aggressive tweets. It worked. SBF didn't have enough money to repay everyone at once, and now his customers have lost everything. He'll be happy to know that this is exactly how every bank in the world operates. So where did all the money go? He misappropriated $4 billion trying to save his failing hedge fund. Whoops, that's a felony. He spent $21 million on Super Bowl commercials, $5 million for the big guy, $40 million in campaign donations. I wonder what he wanted in return. And everyone who's pointing at this story and saying,
"This is exactly why we need to regulate crypto."
Remember that SBF stole billions. That's already a crime. And he spent a lot of it on bribing politicians. Also a crime, in order to create a crypto monopoly for himself. Government regulations don't protect the customers. They protect the crooks. That's exactly what SBF was trying to do.
Well, guys, a lot of stuff going down with the SBF FTX thing going on here. A lot of conspiracy theories. I mean, I don't even know if I would call it conspiracy theories, but they are just, unconfirmed rumors flying around. But I really honestly do believe these things. Not talking about what I just showed in that, intro of the video, but there's even more to it. There's even more to it, guys. There is things about the U.S. government running military aid money over to Ukraine, Ukraine taking that money and literally putting it into FTX. Again, this is all unconfirmed stuff. I can't say this is 100% true, but honestly, with how crazy the crypto space can get and how much absolute crooks that were running this exchange, guys, it's very, very, very deep. And like I've been saying over the last few videos, I think that in the next coming weeks, like in the remaining, days of this month, as this month keeps going on, I think just more and more and more information is going to come out. And we're honestly just at the surface here. I honestly think that Sam Bankman-Fried, he's probably going to be in handcuffs by the end of the month. He has to be. Real quick, though, before we dive really deep into the FTX stuff, I want to show these guys a tweet from Ben Armstrong. Everyone owes the XRP army a huge apology. The work they have done to uncover corruption at the SEC is ultimately probably what will end up saving the space. And many of you cheered and assumed the early demise of Ripple. I was also guilty, but now we unite. Very nice to see that from BitBoy. So yeah, SBF, FTX, FTX got hacked. Apparently, last night, FTX got, quote-unquote, hacked. Crazy, right? The coincidences. 3 days after going, bankrupt on a liquidity crunch, now the exchange gets, quote-unquote, hacked. SBF literally just hacked the remaining assets at FTX. Guarantee it's him. He's done this before. See my previous tweet. The fact that he has not been arrested already shows the negligence of the DOJ and the SEC. Do your freaking job. And he says, you mean to tag this SEC? Sam Bankman-Fried, CEO of FTX, MIT graduate. Gary Gensler, head of SEC, former professor at MIT. Glenn Ellison, professor of economics at MIT, former boss of Gary Gensler. Caroline Ellison, daughter of Glenn Ellison, CEO of Alameda. Dana Bankman-Fried, daughter of Glenn Ellison. So very interesting how that all kind of just nicely, ties together. FTX Alameda had a fail-safe in case authorities were ever onto them. The hack last night was an internal system meant to delete data and evidence. Fortunately, even without specifics, I alone have enough to send Caroline, Gary Wang, Dan Friedberg, and SBF to prison for life. Okay, I think maybe he's a little bit kind of jumping the gun there that he has enough evidence to send all these people to prison for life. I don't know. That's the one thing about BitBoy, man. I mean, I kind of like him, but I'm not going to take everything he says too seriously, because he did claim to have insider sources saying that the Ripple XRP lawsuit would be done on a specific date, and that never happened. So he is kind of, I think, stretching it a bit here, or stretching it a lot, saying I can send Caroline, Gary Wang, Dan Freeberg, and SBF to prison for life. I don't know about that. Just take it with a grain of salt. Next one here, breaking. Ukraine, quote, military aid from USA was invested in crypto, FTX, by Ukraine. Congress sends money to Ukraine. Ukraine invests in FTX. FTX donates money to Democrats. Sam Bankman-Fried has donated like $50 million in political lobbying and things like that. So again, I'm not saying this is 100% true. This is fact-check guaranteed, but I honestly, I wouldn't doubt this. I really wouldn't doubt this with the amount of collusion and corruption that is in with the United States government, and especially when you blend the United States government with cryptocurrency, as we've seen with, SEC officials colluding with people high up in the Ethereum with consensus and meeting with them multiple times and getting the free pass speech with all. I mean, here's the thing. U.S. government is corrupt. We know that. But then you give the U.S. government this little Wild West called cryptocurrency, and I feel like that just turbocharges the potential corruption, because there's so many opportunities for corruption to happen with cryptocurrency, because it's just in the Wild West phase, and it's not, like the U.S. equities market, right? Not the stock market. So I think the corruption is much easier, because this is just some, Wild West magic internet money place where I think politicians are making a bankload. For example, William Hinman meeting with the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance, drafting up a speech 61 times. 61 plus drafts to give a speech about Ethereum, about how it's not a security, right? I mean, the U.S. government's already corrupt, but it's like you give them this other playing field that they can be even more corrupt in. It's crazy. Now, if you want to go really deep down the rabbit hole, again, I got to warn you guys, the things I'm showing you, I have not fact-checked all this. I don't know if this is all true, but this is things that are surfacing on Twitter and getting truckloads of attention, of engagement on Twitter. Listen to this. I don't know if all you guys are going to believe this. I don't even know if I believe this myself, but check this out. A true scandal is opening for the Biden administration. April 25th, 2019, Biden announces his presidential campaign. 13 days later, Sam Bankman-Fried, I don't know what to say, son of Barbara Fried, Stanford professor and co-founder of political fundraising organization Mind the Gap, launches FTX crypto exchange. Do you guys remember how in the last few videos I've been telling you that I didn't have the information ready for you guys, but Sam Bankman-Fried has a lot of kind of high up political, family connections. Yeah, his mom, all right, Stanford professor and co-founder of political fundraising organization Mind the Gap. So 13 days after Biden announced his presidential campaign, FTX is launched. And again, this is all just, conspiracy down the rabbit hole, kind of making guesses and stuff, but still, I with how crazy crypto is, I wouldn't doubt any of this information, really, right? So the exchange is magically an overnight success, and yeah, I gotta agree with that too. FTX kind of just came in out of nowhere. They weren't like BitTrue, which BitTrue had to come into the space and have a lot of years of community engagement and projects and token launches and events and things like that. Like BitTrue came into the space, kind of, used the XRP community as like a foundation for growth. And it took BitTrue a really long time to become the exchange they are today, which is nowhere even near the size of FTX. So I do find that funny that the exchange is magically an overnight success. I remember on my phone, the Blockfolio app magically turned into an app called FTX. I'm like, what the hell even is this? Give me my damn Blockfolio. But yeah, it's weird, right? So the exchange is magically an overnight success. Sam Bankman-Fried becomes the biggest donor to Biden. Election day, FTX implodes completely. If you think this scandal is done, it goes even deeper. Gabe Bankman-Fried, brother to Sam, also a former Jane Street trader, is founder of, quote, Guarding Against Pandemics. He was a legislative correspondent for the U.S. House of Representatives and an advisor to large political donors in the Democratic Party. The family, Aunt Linda Fried, is a WEF member on the Global Agenda Council on Aging. The father, Joseph Bankman, is also a Stanford professor who has lobbied on behalf of hedge fund managers before Congress before film records exist. FTX, head of ventures and commercial at FTX Ventures, Amy Wu, started with the Clinton Foundation years ago. Nishad Singh, FTX Director of Engineering, has spent over $8 million for Dem candidates. And finally, Obama's Commodity Futures Trading Commissioner, Mark Wetjen, was literally head of FTX Policy and Regulation, who has since, this guy has now deleted his Twitter account. Mark Wetjen, his Twitter account is gone. He's deleted. Reports were the organization wanted to spend over $1 billion on the Democratic Party for 2024. A massive, massive money laundering operation has just been broken open. So again, you know what, guys? Just take it with a grain of salt. Not saying everything I just read to you there is a completely 100% true and accurate, but honestly, with the way the world is, how corrupt the United States government is, with how corrupt cryptocurrency can be, I honestly wouldn't doubt anything we just read. This is potentially just a gigantic money laundering organization that was just split in half and brought to crumbles by CZ Binance. All right. Okay, yeah, I already showed that to you guys. Crypto Eddie has an interesting thing. Raul GMI, a founder, CEO of globalmacroinvestor.com and realvision.com, says this: if there's somebody that should get fired for this, talking about the FTX situation, it's Gary Gensler. Even, Brad Garlinghouse and the XRP Ripple guys have been saying you need a ruling. Gensler failed to do his singular job to regulate. Oh, but you know what, Gary Gensler? Oh, but you know what? Oh, so good you went after that Kim Kardashian tweet. Oh, so thankful Gary Gensler was really going out there protecting the crypto investors by going after the Kim Kardashian crypto tweet, but completely overlooked a $1 billion Ponzi operation that just stole insane amounts of wealth from average people. But you know what, Gary? Thank you so much for getting that Kim Kardashian tweet. That was a great job. Great job protecting investors, right? And what's crazy is, FTX was meeting with Gary Gensler prior to this whole implosion happening. Been attacking Ripple and XRP for 2 years straight. Genuine good actors trying to change the whole world and, make international payments accessible and affordable for everyone on this earth, going after genuine companies like Ripple, attacking XRP, but this whole time, FTX just gets swept under the rug and they just never noticed it, right? Kind of weird how that works. Kind of weird how this works. And then this is coming out just to make it even worse. FTX's current largest asset is its $2.2 billion position in a crypto coin called Serum, but Serum's entire market cap is currently only $84 million. Yeah, just to make it even freaking worse. So yeah, guys, this is just a whole madness breaking out right now, and as every single day goes by, we are going to get more and more information. Like I've said the last few videos, as the days keep going on, as the weeks keep passing by, more and more information will start surfacing. All right, so it's just crazy. I don't even know what to call it. Like a gigantic FTX SEC collusion corruption, or does it go even deeper from there? I mean, you can clearly see Sam Bankman-Fried. He's got, his whole family seems to be very well politically connected to the world. It's just, yeah, guys, this is just wild. This is just wild. Especially if the things I read here and here are completely 100% true, that is really freaking scary, in my opinion. That is just really scary. They just ran off with everyone's money. And then supposedly last night, FTX gets hacked. Oh, yeah. Coincidentally, very conveniently, after having a liquidity crunch and filing for bankruptcy, they get hacked and all the funds get siphoned. The remaining funds get siphoned off the exchange. Oh, what a very coincidental, convenient hack to happen. Very weird, right? Man, like I've been saying, I don't blame people who don't buy crypto. I really don't blame people who buy crypto. I blame the people who buy crypto and don't give XRP any attention, not even a little bit of research. I blame those people. But the people who just flat out don't buy any crypto, I truly don't blame them. I really don't blame them at all. Next scary thing, guys, is, one day, when's Tether going to implode and crash the whole market with, 73 billion market cap, $41 billion daily volume? Yeah, guys, when the hell is Tether going to implode? We all know Tether's a fucking Ponzi scheme, just printed currency like crazy, and Yeah, that's my next thing. That's my next thing is when's the Tether ticking time bomb going to explode? I have no idea, guys. Anyways, cryptocurrency is a crazy place. XRP, Phoenix rising up from the ashes and all this corruption and pump and dump Ponzi scheme shit in all this crypto market. And again, this is the reason why I only invest in XRP. Most sophisticated project in the space with no collusion and corruption. Okay? FTT, $2.15. Oh, FTX exchange has been hacked. Please avoid any interaction with the website and install all unrelated apps. Refer to community announcement here. Yeah, FTX got hacked, guys. Wow. Shocked Pikachu face. Like, I just got to show you. Like, yeah, literally just shocked Pikachu face. Oh, yeah, FTX totally got hacked. Anyways, guys, stay safe out there in this crazy cryptocurrency market. XRP on the weekly chart. I know it's not looking the best right now because of this whole FTX situation, but guys, we got a lot of demand right here, which I think is going to drive that price up higher. So do not worry, guys. XRP is unfortunately sitting in the middle of a scammy corruption pump and dump Ponzi scheme swamp, and XRP is trying to actually do something ethical for the world. All right. Anyways, guys, do smash the like, subscribe. See you guys in the next one.